let me ask first, have any of you used the book pass in your classes? I knew that there were some people who were nodding when Dawn was saying that. So we've got one person using the book pass. Anybody else using the book pass? Cool. And will you please feel free to jump in and supplement with your experience too? So the book pass has a multitude of applications in your classroom. And someone in the last group actually mentioned something that I haven't thought about to use it for. But you'll find the book pass or a book pass template in your packet. Now, if you go on Pinterest, there are about 50 other ones that are either more complex or less complex, depending on the reader that you're working with. So the gist of it is, let's say you have a group of 4 students per station. You have an assortment of texts depending on what your purpose is at each station. Your students have their book pass. You tell them, okay, grab a book, any book, because you're going to be seeing all of them. Grab a book. We're going to spend 2 minutes, and what you're going to do is you're going to look at the front cover. You're going to flip it over. You're going to read the back cover. You may even open it up and read the inside jacket if one exists, or just jump in with page 1 or page 50. It doesn't even matter. But for 2 minutes or 3 minutes, depending on how much time you're allotting and the age of your reader, you're going to engage with that text. Now, what you might find is that you don't engage with that text, and that's okay. But for 2 minutes, we can really do anything. At the end of that 2 minutes, you're going to write the title of the book or magazine or article, whatever resource you're providing for them, author, genre, possibility. What are your comments? Thumbs up, thumbs down, hey, I want to come back to this, I don't like this at all. And then give it a rating. 1 for I'm never coming back to this, to 10, I love it, I can't wait to read this. And then you pass your book off to the right to whomever you're sitting beside, and you go around devoting however much time you want to this. Ways that you might be able to use it. Earlier, the first group, someone said, oh, I would use this to introduce my classroom library. It would be so much less intimidating if I just introduced all the books that way instead of saying, explore. So that was wonderful. I hadn't even thought like that. I was thinking, hey, I'm in science class, we're covering this topic, I have this short story or this novel or this article that goes a little deeper that could engage them in ways that the science text wasn't. So the ways that you could use it are countless. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through the book pass 2 times, and there are books near you, you can grab that, or if there's one that you particularly want to pick up, go for it. I'm going to start our timer in about 10 seconds. So just grab a book, magazine, cookbook, there's all sorts. And in 5 seconds, we're going to start the process. And go. All right, 15 seconds. And here's the last 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and pause. And you can either grab a different book or you can pass yours off to the right, however you want. And we are going one more round, 2 minutes. All right, here's our last 15 seconds. And last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And with that, what are your thoughts about the book pass? Does this have any relevance in your class? Could you see any way that you could implement this? And lay it on us. How?
You Kelly Smith. We teach little bitty people
Okay.
who don't read yet or write much more than their names.
Well, I want to put a pin in that, and because I'm curious about how that could work in your class with little ones who don't have the reading skills yet.
I mean, sometimes at the listening center I put a response page in there, and it's just got 3 faces on it, a smiley face, a straight across face, and a frowny face for them to circle how they felt about the story, if they liked it or it was okay, or if they didn't like it, and then to draw a picture from the book. But we don't do anything in 2 minutes.
And
I mean, we don't accomplish any one set task in 2 minutes.
oh gosh, I don't know if anybody does, and that's such a good point about modifying the time that you're using. And I love the idea of the faces, and that,
Smiley faces.
yeah.
They probably all smiley faces.
Do you, well, that would be a good thing. That there are worse things if everybody liked what they were reading. And how are you thinking about using it?
Well, I was just thinking about with science, when we're introducing a new unit, if I put a whole collection of books out on my table or rug that were in that particular topic, and let them just thumb through it. I mean, even just if it had a lot of pictures or something, just to grab their attention before we get started into it. I mean, I don't know what they pick up or what opens in their mind, just to have interest for clients.
So introducing a topic, I like that. That's a great idea. That's another thing that I hadn't even thought about. Were there any other ideas that sprang to mind?
We do it like a little bit differently, but we pass like a bucket of books. So it
Yeah.
has like 20 books, and we do a lesson on like how do you know what book is right for you. And we talk about the size, and it has to interest you. And we talk about genre, and we talk about like lots of stuff. And then we pass the bucket, and they have like 10 minutes with the bucket to skim through and find a book that interests them, and they add it to a list of books they can go back to throughout the year.
That I like that. Do you ever have students who will pick the thinnest book possible?
No, because we talk about before, like, how do you, like, you judge size by what you've read in the past, and if it's too thick or too thin, you gotta think about how we're all different readers.
Yes.
So usually not, occasionally.
I love that, passing the bucket or a basket or anything that you've got. Thank you very much. You can hang out, chill on the steps, or move on to the next station.